who I
Okay,
am.
guys, I want to introduce you.
Yay!
I want to introduce you to my friend Lupe.
Yeah. Hi, folks.
Yeah, Lupe's got a really colorful and
Oh my God.
wonderful life, and
It enriches my soul and my journey. I've been given this opportunity to be on this planet, this state. I came from California, a little town called Huron, all agricultural, and I worked during the summers. My mom says, I want you to be educated men, and she would support me on my educational trips. On the weekends and the summers with no school, I went out and worked and learned to enrich myself that way. And here's the funny thing, where we live in Huron, tumbleweeds would get blown off their stationary spot, and my brother and I would run in front of them and get run over by tumbleweeds. And here's the other thing, there were wheat fields that grew because it's very agricultural, and the United Farm Workers by Cesar Chavez felt that they had the right to be protected from insecticides and earn a better wage. I picked green tomatoes for 50 cents a bucket. Multiply the number of buckets by 50 cents. It was nothing, but I put my hands in the soils that created this beautiful food that goes to the market and nobody understands how it was picked. I worked at cotton gins. I did a 1-day shift, and then all of a sudden, an inspection station for tomatoes. I had the day shift. I went home 12 hours. I went home. They called me up, Lupe, the crew didn't show up. I need you to come out here to operate the inspection scoop. And I worked 24 hours straight. And my mom would, on tortillas, cook a lean steak as sandwiches for me. My mom was a beautiful, had 5 boys, no girls. I actually wish I had a sister. We probably would have picked on her. I'm the second oldest, Vic, me, Steve, Ray, and Richard. And she said, be respectful, boys, my sons, get an education, enrich your life with whatever passion you have. Me, it was art. And I wish my mom was so shawls, knit. And I have placement.
Oh yeah, I saw those.
I have placement she did, and I treasure
my gosh,
those.
they are so pretty.
And I put them out to display in my home. And I don't know if I had a sister, I would have loved it to have a sister, but it was 5 boys. And she said, thank you for being the sons you are and being the men you became. We had our ups and downs, physically and unfortunate accidents, but we kept moving forward like my brother Vic. He saved me from being fired from the post office because my son called him, Lupe's in trouble. Lupe's in trouble. He came and said, what happened? What's going on, Lupe? He said, brother. Steve will call me brother. Vic said, what's going on? And my downfall became when I broke my ankle after 33 years with the post office. I wanted to go 35, but said, Lupe, you can't do this anymore. He went and talked to the post office.
Yeah, but how did you start making art?
Always in my life. I have pictures of paintings I did, name by number. My mom had a frame in the home. And I think she wished she had a daughter, but she said, I'm happy with my sons. They're good men. And I embraced her for that. I loved her, and I lost her.
Lupe, is that why you started making the Day of the Dead things?
No, I did that many years ago because on the first, you set up an altar to respect the loved ones, family members, and friends. I lost my brother Richard, the youngest, to drugs, and my grandparents and my uncle and all those who I love and embrace have passed away. But with the remaining family, I've stayed in touch, and I tell them I'm doing okay. And it says, come visit us, Lupe, when you can, and I will. There was a family reunion they had in Coalinga, and I saw all the kids, now adults.
What kids? Whose
my
kids?
my aunt's kids. And
Aw.
Josie,
So those are your cousins?
yes, and Josie, Lisa is a spitting image of Josie.
Can you show us your sugar doll, or what do you call them?
Oh, my applique?
Yeah, what do you call those?
Just my applique of Day of the Dead creatures, and there's one hanging from her door entrance.
He makes these.
Yes, and I put googly eyes on them, but this one they fell off, which is okay. Okay.
He also makes these?
Which one? Show me. Yes, that's paper mache out of using a mold used to make sugar skulls, and I created that using paper and wallpaper paste, and then my decoration are my own.
So you've done this for a long time?
Oh yes, and in fact, those are the pieces I will be selling at an artist market.
Oh, tell us about the artist
The
market.
artist market is the gallery. It's called Echo Mountain Gallery, which I have bought these wonderful prints of nude women, very proud of their bodies. One is wearing a skirt, with her hands embracing herself, and the other one is a woman, no portrait of her face, but she has a calla lily. And a beautiful, beautiful. I love women nude.
So where's this gallery at?
On 800 Canyon Road, and that's where I'll have my
Where
market.
at though? Where are we?
It's Echo Mountain Gallery on Canyon Road, off of the main plaza, and I gave them when they
In Santa Fe?
Yeah, in Santa Fe. I went there with my paper mache skull and outfit, and
That you were wearing on your
wearing
head, right?
on my head. I came. That was the first day of the Death
Those
celebration.
things are huge.
And I came in and said, I'm Lupe. Oh, Lupe? Oh my God. And I took a picture with an artist that had her work exhibited there. And then they said, Lupe, I gave them some samples of my applique skull and skeleton body one. And it said, Lupe, we want you to be in our artist market this spring. And all the proceeds are yours. We don't take a cut. But get this. If I like the work of other artists, and I will, no matter what the medium, there goes my profit, because I want to support their creative journey.
Yeah.
As they support me.
Artists loving artists.
Yes, creative minds, creative spirits, and that's what I put into my work. I don't throw, excuse me, I want to correct it, that I immerse into my work, and people says, I give them away at no cost, and they say, thank you, Lupe. And I said, this is me. You have a part of me. I put my life into these pieces. Even though, and
I
here's
have one
the thing,
more of your pieces.
and here's the thing.
Here, hold this
I
real
tell
quick.
people I have a lot of skeletons in my closet. I literally do.
He literally does.
And oh yes, check this one out. It's a nichel.
A nichel?
Yeah, it's a relievist, and all it is my design. There's the molds that I use. You would normally use to make sugar skulls for Day of the Dead, but I make paper mache. And here's the date I made this one. 2023, last year, and I cannot stop making them. I'll always think of different configurations of nichels, and I decide there's one that has nothing but the cross, and the layer bottom there's 3 sugar skulls. And I use wallpaper paste and poster paint and gold watercolor paint. Paint to accent and dots and this and that. And besides, I have a floral book, and that's where I get my designs, and of course crosses. And I just go at it. I have no preconceived idea. The paper mache marigolds, I took a class at the International Museum where they showed us how to make marigolds out of crepe paper.
This is so amazing.
Out of crepe paper, and I incorporate it all into one creation, and that's my passion.
It matches your shirt.
Yeah, I love Day of the Dead because you honor your loved ones on the first day at home. You build an altar, provide what.
So these are kind of for the altar?
Yeah, provide what they enjoy, liquor, food,
okay.
whatever. The second day, you spend it at the graveyard. No candles, no light, artificial light, all candlelit at night, and you're at their resting place to embrace them welcome them back, and say thank you for the life we had together, and be at peace.
Wow.
Be at peace.
That's
And
powerful.
that's why I love El Dia de los Muertos on November 1st and 2nd. All Saints Day, All Souls Day, because you're honoring their lives and even honoring those who are with you and together. I know my life will come to an end, but I will be there with my family members who passed away and with the love of my life, Mary Alice, who was with me only for 7 years, who found our home that I live in now. And she would have embraced you. She would listen to you, as my friend Roger Bills wrote in a letter at her memorial. She did pass away, and they were shocked when they posted the notice at the post office, the main office I worked. And he said, I wanted to share my first contact with Mary Alice at a swing dance club. And then she said, there's somebody you know, Rogers, that's coming to work for the post office. And he said, why are you doing this? This is not a place for you. But I became her on-the-job instructor. And then the question she asked me, she said, Lupe, what sign are you? I said, Sagittarius. Oh, no. She, what do you mean, oh, no? We're not compatible.
did?
Mary Alice.
Mary Alice
But
did
here
that?
we are. For 7 years, we shared our lives. She transferred us, found our home that I live in now. And and we weren't even married. And she said, Lupe, they hate us at outside transit, but Lupe, I found a home for us. Can you give me a down payment? I said, no problem, man. And then I tackled the post. We both tackled. But here I said, Mary Alice, let's get married. We got married at the Stupa on Airport Road by Lama Dorja. And I had my dearest friends. He's a carrier, but he is artistic, and he decided to leave the post office. And I have one of his prints. It's a mermaid that he created. I wish I had bought the original, but he made duplicates. And I called him up, sent a letter. I said, I want to acquire one of your mermaid pictures. And the way he painted was by color separation, primary colors, layer after layer. And I said, why are you doing it that way? That's how I was taught by this one artist that I learned to paint.
So it created like depth?
Do it. Yes, it's very luminous and enriching the way he did the color separation. I would just mix my colors together and create my work. And I love Data Dead because
I love how it matches you.
You set up an altar at home, place the favorite alcohol, soda, whatever meal, and pozole is one of them. I have the recipe to cook pozole. And here's the thing, when I took my mom, first time out of the United States with Pam and I for Data Dead celebration in Mexico City. I have all my pictures, and we went to Oaxaca. She said, there's one particular meal, mole. And she said, mijo, what, Mom? I don't put chocolate in my mole.
What?
And I tasted it and said, you're right, there is a hint. She gave me the recipe for mole. She did say add chocolate.
No
I said,
chocolate
please
in my mole.
don't put it in. And I said, it's all in her handwriting, and this is for you, Lupe. I love you. And there's another recipe, and then I passed it on to my brother Steve and my brother Vic, who live in Kalinga, and it's in my mom's handwriting. I copied it. I said, here's the recipe for Mom. Make it, enjoy it, whatever you want. God bless my mom.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. When Mary Alice passed away, I was in shock. And I called my mom. Mary Alice had passed away. I know Lupe. I said, what do you mean? She came to me and she said, Lupe's going to be okay. Lupe's going to be okay. And when I broke my ankle, my mom came to me and stayed with me as long as she could. And I have a picture of my mom, me, and my son, Colin. And behind her were photographs I had taken of churches. And
hey, Lupe.
yeah.
Are you ready to get spangled again?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you,
What do you
people.
think about Spongel for like on the way here?
Oh, it relieved me and put me at peace because my house got a little crazy and I had to leave. And thank God she was here to take me away from there. I think they'll realize what they did. If they're gonna want to say thank you, but I don't want to hear it. They need to reevaluate themselves as human beings. And I just want to go in my room. And there's only one person that I would allow in,
Oh,
and that's uh,
where'd the lid go?
oh, I have it in my hand, and that's Jasmine. And I met Jasmine one time, and then down the road, I hadn't seen her for a while, and I saw this young girl slump, but that's what she does,
Hey,
and presents herself.
we're gonna be spongled now.
And then I saw, are you okay, miss? And said, hi, Lupe. I said, you know me? I'm
How
Jasmine.
can people get a hold of you for your art?
My email is small caps Lupe Garza
Can you spell
1217 53 at gmail.com.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you spell that?
Yeah, LUPE small caps LUPE GARZ 1217 53 at jmail.com.
Gmail.com.
Bless you folks for listening to my journey, my creative journey, and how I enrich my life. Remember your loved ones alive and your loved ones who passed. They will always be with you. This young lady, I embraced her in my life. It was a chance meeting. What attracted me was this vehicle of creativity. And then I approached her and I said, I'm Lupe. Who are you? And I said, show me your bus. Show me your bus. And I shared with her this one time I delivered to Lisa Law's house, and they had this bus. And Lisa Law was a photographer for Woodstock.
Holy cow!
And she took her teenage kids under 10 years old to Woodstock. And
On her bus?
I have Woodstock t-shirts. I wish I had gone to Woodstock, but I was in California. But I met her daughter, a mini replica of Lisa Law, and I said, what's your mom doing? She's in South America taking pictures. And get this, I bought a Lisa Law photograph of a jingle dance, a Native American jingle dance skirt.
Whoa.
And it's little medals they saw in the dress, and when they dance a very simple step, it jingles, and she's autographed it. But my first contact was Lisa. I said, can I help you? Tell me about your bus. Well, I painted it and took it to Woodstock with and I have a book, autographed by her daughter, and it's a journey of her and photographs of her journey at Woodstock. Oh, but here's the thing, too far, too young for me. But the Monterey Jazz Festival in Monterey, California, I should have gone to that. Jimi Hendrix and Jimi Hendrix and other famous 60s musicians, creators were there. I should have gone, but I was too busy enriching my life at home, and I have no regrets because I'm from the 60s. I love Jimi Hendrix. And get this, we went to Canada, and that's all we played was 60s music. And oh my God.
So that email address you spelled out, that's how they can get a hold of you if they
small
want some of your
cap
art?
LUPEGARZ, my 121753 at gmail.com. Bless you folks. Enrich your life with food, vegan if you want to. I just ate a bowl of rice and beans.
Holy cow, that was so spicy.
And lime and the spice. I love the heat. I love the heat. A little water did help, but my body was cleansing. And this woman, she was a godsend. And I didn't know we're going to have this loving relationship. And we smoked some weed.
Oh my gosh.
And it relaxed me. And we're going to do a little bit more. But she has to go on her journey. I have to go home. I do not want to talk to my friends, even if they want to say sorry. Money drives people nuts. But I gave it freely, no attachment. My friend Sarah, I gave her an extra 100.
No names.
And so, but I said, Sarah, because you're my guardian, that's why I gave it to you.
Go like
No
this.
condition, no conditions, because
Okay, bye.
bye.